Hello again, my name is Jeff, this is Brickscale Studios, and another episode of Build the Back to the Future DeLorean starts now. Once again, welcome back. I'm so glad to have you back here on Brickscale Studios. So today we are going to tackle issues 25 through 28 of the Partwork DeLorean build and steps 85 through 98 of the Lego DeLorean build. For the Partwork, we're going to be tackling the radiator, and we're actually going to be attaching the engine and transmission to the frame. So that's super exciting. So without wasting any more time, let's get to it. All right, here we have issue 25 of the Partwork build. So here are our parts. Looks like we have 3 brackets, 2 parts for the exhaust front pipe, and some fixing screws, obviously. So here are our instructions. Here's the magazine. Preview of next issue. So let's get into issue 25. So this is the exhaust front pipe left, the exhaust front pipe right, bracket, bracket, and bracket. So lots of brackets. All right, let's get into the instructions. So we're going to bring back our engine from last time. So we are going to take this bracket and we are going to be attaching it. So there is a little locator pin here, and there are 3 holes. So you're just going to align that pin, and then that's going to sit on there just like that. And that's going in with AM screws. So again, the part is metal and you're going into metal, so you can make sure that those are tightened pretty good. So now we're going to flip this around, and we are going to take this bracket, and this one, so it is going to go right here, and those are also going in with AM screws, because these are brackets that are going to actually hold the engine to the frame. So you want to make sure that they're good and tight so they hold that engine. They're going to hold that engine in secure. All right, now we're going to take this piece, and this is going to go just like so. Just like this, and that's going to go in with MN screws. Get that one started, and we'll get the other one going. All right, so that is in there now. Put this aside for a second, and we're going to take our 2 exhaust pipes here, and that's going to go together like so with an AP screw. One more little turn. All right, perfect. And now we are going to take this, so, and that's going to go around like that. And those are going in with AP screws. So, all right, there we got it. So just got that started, and then I'm going to go on the other side here. All right, so that is the exhaust, and that is it for issue 25. All right, we're on to issue 26. See what we've got here. It looks like we have parts for the silencer, exhaust pipe, and connectors. So there's our, looks like we're going to be attaching the engine to the frame. That should be some good times. And there's the magazine again, and then it looks like we got some fan parts for the next issue. So let's get into issue 26. All right, so all of these parts are plastic. So let's get started here. So we have some exhaust pipes here. So they do have sort of a D-shaped notch here, so they line up. And all of these, there are 4 of these pieces, and they're all the same. So it does not matter. Like, they will go on no matter what. So it doesn't matter. And we're putting these in with an AP screw. All right, that one's in. So now we're going to put the other one in the other side here. So let's make sure that's in there securely. All right, now we're going to put, I think this is just like the rear cover. Well, actually, this is the front. So this is just going to go on just like this, and that is FP screws. Secure, perfect. All right, now we're going to bring back over our engine. All right, so that's going to go there. So we're going to secure this side with an AP screw. I'm just getting it tight just to hold it. And then the other side, we're going to put an AM screw. And that's going to be right here on this bracket. All right. So I'm going to leave that a little bit loose because the next piece that we're putting in is the connector, which is this little piece right here. And it's going to go, this is just a push-in. Okay. So we're going to push it into these 2 holes here. I'll get the bottom piece and the top piece. All right, so those are connected, and they're just pushing. There's no glue. It does not say to glue. It just says insert the pins. So I'm going to go ahead and tighten these screws now. And that will help keep those together. Get this on this side. Get a little better angle at it. All right. So there we go. So now it wants us to bring back our frame. So let me move all of this stuff aside. Put the engine over here for now. I'm going to go grab our frame. All right, now I've got the frame back over here, and we are going to put this engine in. So I'm going to grab the engine, and it is going to go, just sort of tip it down, and it is going to sit right in here like so. And then we're going to, of course, flip this whole thing over, and we're going to secure it in with 3 DM screws. So let's give this a flip. All right, and so we're going to want to, there we go. So there is a post that this hole will align to, and then there are posts on the frame to align these 2 holes. So again, we are doing 3 DM screws. So let's get those going and get that started. Again, if you feel resistance, back it off. All right, so that's as far as I'm going to go for now. I'm going to get these other 2 brackets lined up. So there we go. Wow, that just went in super smooth. And again, the part's metal and you're going into metal. So be sure to get these in there tight because this is holding the engine to the frame. So that is in there tight. That is in there tight. And that is in there tight. Perfect. Okay, so we are going to leave it upside down because we have some parts that we need to attach. So remember these guys that we did way back in, right now we're doing issue 26. I believe this was issue 12 and the other one was issue 14. So we've been hanging on to these. So we have another set of these little bushing things here that we're going to press on like so. So this is going to go into the wheel and then, okay, this is going to be a little tricky here. It's going to go into the wheel and then we're going to mount it right there with EP screws. All right, perfect. And then we're going to take that bushing and whoops, there we go. And then we're just going to slide it up here just like so. Okay, and then we're going to take the other one and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go into the wheel and rest on there with an EP screw. All right, and again, we're just going to slide that up just like so. All right, perfect. Okay, so now we're going to turn this back over. So we have these two brackets. This is tricky because it won't lay on its side and I can't get it from the bottom. I know this is probably difficult to see, but all right, let's try this way. All right, so there's one. So we'll bring the other side over. And we will do the other one. Again, AP screw. It's just weird because there's no like alignment lug and this could easily spin so instead of, installing it this way, you could it very easily could spin and install this way. So that's what makes it tricky. And the illustration, the angle of the illustration in the manual is not that great. And I know that you probably have a hard time seeing this, and I do apologize, but it's the only way that I can sort of support this bulky frame to attach this teeny little part. All right, again, there we go. All right, so at the end of this stage, this is what it looks like. We have the engine attached. The other odd thing about this stage is they gave us 4 of these, but we only attached 2 of them. I looked ahead like 2 or 3 issues, and I don't see where we use these. So I'm just going to set them aside and assume that we're going to use them at some point. So that is it for issue 26. All right, we're into issue 27. So we are doing the radiator fans, monitoring brackets, and fixing screws, plus the horn. So, all right. So there's the horn. All right, so here's our instructions. A little more magazine this time, and then what we're getting next time. So let's get into issue 27. Grab my parts, and then we have our radiator back. We have radiator fans. We have our horn bracket, and then we have 2 radiator mounting brackets. I think the radiator brackets maybe are metal. I don't know. I can't really tell, but all the other parts are plastic. So let's get into this. First thing we're going to do is take a GP screw and we're going to mount the horn, and we're going to join the horn and the horn bracket. So we've got the horn and the horn bracket, and this is, there is a locating lug, so it's just going to go right over the top like so, and then we're going to put that in with a GP screw. All right, just like so. And now we're going to mount this to the vehicle. All right, so we're going to bring this around. And there is a locating lug and then this screw hole, and this is going to go right here, like so. And that's going in with an NM screw. All right, there is that. And then right in front of the horn, we are going to place this part just like so. And again, that is also going in with an NM screw. All right. And then we're taking the other side, and that one is going in right there, also with an NM screw. Now, be careful of this little plastic bar here. If you don't want to push down and put a lot of pressure on there. All right, those are secure. Next, we are going to take our radiator back. So mine is broken, but no worries. I will just put a little drop of super glue. Let's give that a second to dry. And then we're going to pop these in like so. And these are going to go in with HP screws, which are little flange screws. So let me get this first one in while this other side dries. I mean, and they do turn, but I mean, come on, are we really going to turn them? I don't think so. All right, so we're going to pop the other one down there. Grab my HP screw. So actually, that is it. We just attached the fans, and that's all we're doing for this episode. Or I'm sorry, this issue. We're going to move on to issue 28. This will be the final issue for this episode. So it looks like we have parts for the radiator base and the cover. And so here are our instructions, magazine, and preview of next episode. So let's get into issue 28. And these are all plastic, and we have some more AP screws and some more FP screws. So we're going to take these two pieces, and they are going to go together just like this. So we're going to take this piece, which is the radiator mount, and we are going to place that. So one of these edges is like square, and then this is rounded. You want the rounded edge at the bottom. And then this piece has these two posts up here. So you want those up to the top. So you're going to match these up just like so. And then you're going to screw these in with FP screws. Make sure those are tight. Yep, perfect. So there's that piece. Now we're going to take the radiator fan that we did in the last piece. So one side has two posts, one side has one post. You want it so that the side with the one post is on your left. And then this, it doesn't really matter which way you have it. So you just want to line it up there. And like I said, we're going to use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 AP screws. That one's in, and then I'm going to do the other two corners and then the two middle. And that is the last one. And now we're going to attach it to the frame. So once again, we're going to flip it over. Now be careful of the engine on the other side. I'm going to set it down gently. So we're taking these two holes and putting them in these brackets. So this is going to go like so. These are going in with FP screws. So I got that one started, and then let me get this other one started. Take your time. You are going into plastic, so be careful. All right, perfect. So let's flip this back over. All right, so yes, we want these facing up. Everything looks good. Now down, awesome. And that is it for issue 28. So let's move on to the Lego portion. All right, so now let's move on to the Lego portion. All right, so that is up to step 98, and that is it. We did attach these 4 pieces here, and then we started this component. I'm not sure where this will lead, but we will have to find out in the next episode. So let me bring back the DeLorean, and we will see what we've accomplished in this episode. So you can see that we've accomplished quite a bit. Not so much on the Lego portion, but we got a lot done on the part work. But we finished up the engine, we got the pulleys, and we attached the engine to the frame of the car. We also attached some more suspension items, and then we got the radiator and fans attached. So we got a lot done in the DeLorean, and we got a little done in the Lego. So that is it for this episode. And that concludes another building episode of the Back to the Future DeLorean. So let's quickly summarize where we're at. For the part work, we completed 34 steps today and used 24 parts. For Lego, we completed 28 steps and used 55 parts. And then to date so far, for the Partwork build, we've completed 244 steps, used 203 parts. And for the Lego build, we've completed 223 steps and used 547 parts. All right, we just keep marching right along with this build. It's looking better and better every day. So next week, for episode 8, we're going to be diving into some exhaust pipes, and we get the battery box. So we're going to get a first little sneak peek of our electrics for this build. So I hope you stay tuned for that one. It's going to be exciting. And again, as always, until we see each other again, happy building, take care, be kind to each other, and I'll see you soon.